Hello and welcome to Endgame Bosses. I'm Ginocide with my two friends,
Aspartame BT.
Erick.
And we're starting a new game today. A new game.
A new journey.
A new journey of a new game.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh, I see it on the screen.
I can hardly wait.
The game's journey, by the way.
Oh, next stage.
You know, this game was made by a woman.
Good.
Okay.
Women can make games.
Yes, they can, and they should.
And this
Who
is
said they shouldn't?
This is an excellent game with excellent graphics. It's one of those. It's kind of one of those games equals art games, but it does it pretty well.
Yeah.
So, is it anything like Flower?
It's made by the same company.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it is.
So yes, it's very much like Flower.
Did you mention that before I asked?
What do you mean?
I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
No, he didn't mention it, but
Okay.
that's incidentally, it's that company.
That game
company.
company, yeah, is what they're
Cool.
called.
I like that game. That was a
Flower?
really chill game.
There's actually a reference for it hidden in one of the stages of this game.
The entire game contained within this game.
No, just a reference.
Just a reference. So there's like a fucking flower.
To
flying
begin,
around.
you have to spin your controller. No.
Yeah, actually. The camera is actually controlled via 6-axis, which is incredibly frustrating. So I just use the right stick instead.
Can you turn that off?
No.
Why do I have a sudden desire to shove my face in a pile of warm sand?
Because that would be great as long as it didn't get in your eyes and up your nose, but that's what happens, so don't do it.
Last time I went to
Conversation over.
last time I went to the beach, people actually buried me in the sand, and yeah, sand gets heavy after a while.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Time plus
Kinda
sand
hard to
equals
breathe.
weight. Oh,
Yeah.
Journey.
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 So
Journey.
this game is pretty much you're like on a pilgrimage towards that.
You might say a journey.
Is this
Get out.
like the part where Moses guided those people through the desert?
Sure. So anyway, you're supposed to get to the light on top of the mountain. You don't know
And
why.
they tapped the rock for water, but they tapped the rock too many times, and then God got angry at them.
I'm not familiar with that story.
Over my head. I am openly irreligious.
Well, it's all a story.
I've collected thing.
Now you're a part of the Matrix.
So as you continue on in the game, you find these glyphs, and these glyphs give you a longer scarf.
That glyph looks a lot like a huge chunk of astronaut ice cream.
I want to eat some of that now.
We've never had astronaut ice cream.
It's
Good
not,
or terrible, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You know, it's like eating bad ice cream. That can be kind of fun too.
I fucking love it.
Never had it.
I've actually been on a sci-fi movie kick,
What have you been watching?
and
Hopefully not.
my brother
Frosty.
actually gave me a few bags of astronaut ice cream that he didn't eat, and I was just like watching sci-fi movies and eating astronaut ice cream, and
Sounds pretty sweet.
feeling like a tool.
Sounds pretty sweet. Where do you even get astronaut ice
I
cream?
was just wondering that.
You go to the fucking space station.
You go to the moon!
Space station sticks.
So there's that.
So what, that's, like, you get little hints of the story through those, or?
Yes. And we'll be running into a number of them throughout the game.
Another thing we'll be running into a number of throughout the game. Other players.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
really neat about this game is that after you get past this first initial stage here, you actually can run into other players, and there's no way of communicating save for that little bubbly thing that I just did there.
Yeah, and that little icon that popped up on you, that's like everyone else's identifier for you.
Right. Ah,
Because you'll always be identified by that icon.
correct.
At least this time around.
Right, your icon changes every playthrough.
I just noticed something. You're playing as an armless dude.
Well, I'm gonna say his arms are inside his cloak.
Or chick, or thing.
It's some sort of cat thing. It has like
I'm just
cat
gonna call it a dude.
Alright,
Like as in character, general
journey dude.
journey dude. There you go.
Journeyman.
No.
Journeyman. I was a journeyman once, actually, when I was in electrical construction. That shit sucked.
Wait, explain journeyman in that context.
Oh, it's basically like, from what I remember, it's kind of like an apprenticeship.
Okay.
Like after you become qualified, I think you have to take a test after your apprenticeship, and then you become a journeyman. You work as basically as a trainee cadet under the electrical construction hierarchy.
I like it though. I like it because it sounds like it's...
For more information, research it after the stream.
For more information.
Find your own.
See internet.
I like how your icon looks like a fist.
Ah, more astronaut ice cream.
I'll see it again. So here we are at the end of each stage. You get sort of like a little bit of a story bit here.
You do look awful cat-like with the pointy head things in the eyes.
Yeah. The great crack in the sky.
Whoa, it's all symbolic.
Whoa.
Wowie.
Oh, it puts up those little weird graphical chunks like when my NES fucks up in the sky. That's what that mountain does.
Nintendo in the sky. Once the land was a prosperous world, full of people and people.
Wait, that's Mirror's Edge, right?
When they found this wonderful power,
Okay.
it's a giant scarf in the sky.
Alright, improvising again.
It almost sounded like the intro to certain Turok 2 stages.
Turok 2, a game
The
that
River of Souls. This land once held society in a high regard.
Well,
What?
that fucking game. No, that's. I was just thinking Turok
I
2.
just pulling shit out of my head.
That's a game that overstays
sucks.
its welcome instantly. Because it hits you with like a 3-minute cutscene that you can't skip at all before the game even begins.
It was way too ambitious.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Bad game. Oh, look, you're sitting.
this was the first chapter of the game that we've completed. So we're going to cut it here to go to our second chapter of the game. Because they'll get progressively longer and more difficult and so on and so
okay.
forth. So, we're going to cut it there. And we'll see you on the next episode of Endgame Bosses. Playing Journey.
Journey.
See you then.
Bye.